All right. Let's do it again. All right. Do you see that cute little rubber ducky? Do you see that cute little rubber ducky? Well, let me tell you the story behind it. So, I love Jeeps. I love Jeeps. They are, to me, so cute. And I especially love the Wranglers. They just look amazing to me, sitting up high, and just they come in all, you see, just like any car, they come in all colors. I also like those Broncos, those old Broncos that they redo that kind of resembled Jeeps back in my day, back in the 80s. The Broncos and the Jeeps kind of looked alike, they kind of look similar, and I like them too, the way that they restore them. Ooh, sorry y'all, the way that they restore them. But I'm up here to tell you about this. Okay, so one day I was coming out of a store, and there was this Jeep parked next to my car, and it had a duck. It had a duck in the handle. And I'm like, what is that? And so about that time, I sat there and I'm like, I hope ain't nobody, doing anything crazy or, what have you. And about that time, the person had dark tinted windows, so I didn't see the other ducks inside the car. I couldn't see inside the car. In fact, I didn't even go over too close to it. I was getting in my vehicle, but the duck was not this duck, but a duck like this was, and it was different. It was a white duck it was wedged in the door handle. And so about that time, the lady and her son was walking up, and I'm like, did you see that? Somebody put a duck in your door handle. And she was like, oh yeah, haven't you not heard? And I'm like, no, I haven't heard. She said some lady was trying to get a park, and she had a Jeep, and somebody parked too close to her, or she couldn't get in, that the two cars were parked too close or something. And anyway, it became a long story about, ducks. And so I hope I got the story right, but this is what she was trying to tell me, this young lady that was driving her Jeep. And she was like, after that, this lady started giving, like, you've been ducked. She put ducks and all, she bought ducks and she kept them with her. And anytime she would see a Jeep, she would put a duck, on their vehicle to let them know they had been ducked. And so it became a very popular thing. And I actually need to do some history, some homework, and Google, I'm not saying that what that lady's told me is wrong. It's been some months ago that I heard this, and I've kind of forgotten how the story went. I'll be honest with you, I've kind of forgotten exactly how the story went. But just so you know, that lady, excuse me, that lady herself, after she's like, it's no problem, that's what we do, that's what Jeepers do. And she was telling me how it started. It was from some lady from another country, and she opened her car door up. She said, see, I bought some, I keep them and I give them to people. And she had all these ducks lined up across the dashboard of her vehicle. I could see it once she opened the car door, because she had tinted windows and I couldn't see it prior to. But now when I ride around, or now I don't ride around right now, I don't have a car right now, but before, when I was driving and rode around, I would see Jeeps, and I would see all these ducks in there, different little ducks. So whenever you see a Jeep or a person driving a Jeep and they have a lot of little toy rubber ducks in their Jeep, do not think it's strange. It is a part of their Jeep Wrangler culture. Not the Jeep Grand Cherokees or the Jeep Renegades, but the Jeep Wranglers. And so here we are. Hey Jeeper, you've been ducked. We hope this duck gave you a smile. Take a photo and share. Pound Duck Duck Jeep, hashtag Duck Duck Jeep, hashtag Ducking Jeeps, Facebook and Instagram. So I wanted to share this whole thing with you. So when you see a Jeep and you see all these different style ducks, you'll know. And this particular duck, this little rubber duck, has glasses on. Some of them have different characters. So I was trying to see, but she gave me this one, and I decided to keep it because one day soon, I might own me a Bronco, a beautiful old Bronco, or a Jeep. Yes, and I'll be able to get ducks. I'll give out ducks. I love this. Love this. I think when a person buys a Jeep ought to give them a whole bunch of these so they can build that camaraderie with other Jeepers. Anyway, that is so cute. All right. I actually also remember a town that has a duck race in their river. They put in all these rubber ducks and they put numbers on them, and you purchase one of the ducks as like a raffle or something, or some type of fundraiser. And then the ducks go down the river, and whoever gets there first, whichever number on whichever duck gets there first, wins the cash prize. Anyway, though, this was about Jeeps. And when you see them with their rubber duck, what it means. I don't know how I feel about this. You've been ducked. Could that mean that you've been ducked? Like, I don't want to see you, like I ducked you. You're not my cup of tea. You're not what I'm interested in, so I'm ducking you. You know, maybe it has two different meanings. Maybe there's another secret or hidden meaning to it. Maybe it means you've actually literally been ducked. Like, you're not my cup of tea and I don't want you. Oh, you're just a little duck mouth with little duck lips. That's me. Isn't that cute? All right, bye. Peace. I haven't been ducked. I'm going to own me a Jeep one day. And look at this duck. It's got the little Jeep grill in the front. I'm going to own me a Jeep one day. I think a Jeep is a nice extra vehicle. I don't know if it's an everyday vehicle. And I love those Broncos too. Y'all got to check out those old-fashioned Broncos. But anyway, if you are a Jeep owner, it's your duty. I started to say something I heard Samuel Jackson say on a movie. Lord have mercy. On the movie Shaft, the remake of Shaft, because you know the old 70s Shafts were out years ago, but they remade Shaft. They remade Shaft, and I think they got like 3 series of the remake Shaft. One with the rapper in it, can't think of his name, Busta Rhymes. He's in the first one. I think he's also in the second one. And then there's a third one with the younger guy where he has a son and he's like Shaft Jr., if that makes any sense. They're all Samuel L. Jackson, though, all 3 versions. The ones before that were in the 70s, and I forget the guy's name, but he's also in the second 2. Actually, he's in the second 3, the newer versions that came out in 2000. Anyway, y'all be blessed. If you own yourself a Jeep, don't get ducked. Don't get ducked by your future lover. Don't get ducked by the future relationship that God has for you. Don't get ducked being rude and taking up too much parking space. Don't get ducked because you can't stay focused. Don't get ducked because you didn't do the work. You don't have the kingdom keys. Don't get ducked because you are ignorant. Don't get ducked because you're arrogant. Don't get ducked because you're narcissistic. Don't get ducked because you're too controlling. Don't get ducked because you're hateful. Don't get ducked because you're evil. Choose kindness. Kindness is the new cool. Don't get ducked because you are afraid. Jesus, that's my problem. Don't get ducked because you're full of fear. Even fear is self-arrogance. Even fear can be foolishness and arrogance and narcissistic. Don't be ruled by fear. Don't be ruled by fear. Don't be ruled by fear, but be ruled by faith. Walk by faith and not by sight. Don't get ducked when you're born for greatness. Don't get ducked because somebody loves you, somebody needs you, somebody wants you, somebody wants to lay beside you, somebody wants to hold you, somebody wants to share your world, share their world, share your world with them. Somebody wants you, somebody needs you. You're a pretty cool kid. You're pretty cool. Don't get ducked. You're beautiful just like you are. You're beautiful. You're born for this. Don't get ducked. Quack, quack. Shucky ducky, quack, quack. That was a comedy back in the day. Don't get ducked. There's greatness on your life. There's greatness in your life. There's greatness for you. Don't get ducked. Don't miss it. Don't get ducked. Don't miss it. Don't get ducked. Oh, God, don't get ducked. You are fabulous. You're beautiful. You're handsome. You're strong. You got potential. You got a duck's back. You got rubber duck shoes on. You born for this. You built for this. You believe for this. You embodied this. God, yeah, they call you baby. Yeah, you can be a baby duck. Quack, quack. Don't get ducked. You are somebody. Oh, you are somebody. You are somebody. Don't get ducked. But get ducked. Get yourself a whole bunch of ducks and get you a new Jeep. But don't get ducked. I love you with the love of God. You are somebody. If you stayed on to the end, you are somebody. You are kingdom. You are legacy. You are righteousness. You are empowered. You are well favored. You're well thought of. You have friends. You're called by God. Don't get ducked.